Waterfall Cave.
Is it Malloy's or Mallory's?
Malloy's. And it's very dry today. We have a tornado in the Gulf down near Louisiana. Rain's supposed to hold off till tomorrow. Hopefully it won't get us.
Here, Kevin. Oh, you're doing good.
As you can see here, members are getting ready to rappel down the rope or be belayed down the rope.
Well, we'll come through. Hey, does everybody like to work?
Mine was working. I checked it earlier.
A lot of moss and ferns and lush green vegetation. Pretty pit.
They don't last as long as this, but it is bright though.
Here I'm standing where the waterfall usually goes over this rock edge here.
Where is it? Flying Rock Well. Use the name. Come on,
Flying Rock Well.
You know, Flying Rock Well.
There's an arrow. Door.
Bet you feel glad you got this cover off.
Steve Cole is going down with a rack.
Really?
Not taking any chances.
Did it exist yet? Did it exist when you were coming around with it? Or had they made the breakthrough yet?
No, they haven't made the breakthrough, but they've been digging out there for 30 years. I'm going to learn how to use the refrigerator. Okay, can I have the refrigerator? Oh, no. Let me guess, Steve, everything's slick. Yep. Really ain't no rappelling here. You just come out and
You just work your way down is all you're doing, and it repels, keep you from killing yourself while you're doing it.
I want to do it like you're doing a movie. Jump over here.
Yeah.
And then hope the rack's going to catch.
Actually, they used to use figure eight.
Steve dropping a bar where he can move down a little easier.
Just run. They just run.
I went with IRTC, and I've gone off the helicopter skid, not on a helicopter, but just with a tower. And you can do it that way if you're going off the skid because you're swinging.
Yeah.
Against the wall if you do that. Doing that. Who's ready next?
Well, he's probably done. All right. I gotta wait for my harness to come back.
Okay, I got it. You got gloves on?
This is the stream bed coming into the drop at the sink. John Clare
John, you're an old cuss, aren't you?
fixing to rappel with a figure eight.
Hey, John, what's that thing made out of? Is that
Oh, that's
pot
just
metal?
some cheap pot metal. I wouldn't trust my life on such a thing.
Wow, what are you putting gloves on for?
I think I just put this on backwards. Shouldn't this be on my right side?
Doesn't make any difference.
You'll find out on the way down.
Either side is going to kill you, huh?
You can die just as easy either way.
On rope.
What are you doing, John?
Going down.
Tell him,
Oh,
rappelling.
on rope. Hey, how you doing? Let me wave to you both hands. It's slippery, by the way.
Don't go up.
Yeah, come over here.
Do not let your glove go into the figure eight.
Come and lean towards him. Kevin, he's going to lean on you to protect it. I know it's good.
Driving home with the windows open. I think I'm looking it up a bit, but when he brought me to it, I was left weight.
Here's what you have to do.
Beautiful lush green lichen. You see the small roots coming out from the bottom of the leaves. Just covering the sink here. And here comes Lucy Cole, rappelling down.
Can't get up.
She's fallen and she can't get up.
Get off rope there, you can come on, walk this way with a rack. Burning up it all around.
Here we have the remains of a unfortunate gopher turtle. You see his shell sideways in the dirt next to the figure 8 for a size comparison. I know the feeling, buddy.
Who's figure 8?
My. Here we're just inside the entrance of the cave. Kevin and Heather are starting to come in. You see the natural daylight outside. There you see Heather going into the entrance crawl. We're really pretty lucky today. Usually we have several inches of water here, and you get really wet in this belly crawl. Here's the other side. This is where you really get wet when it's raining.
Where is it at?
Just straight on through that little hole and up, and then that's where you're going to start going up.
You're going that way.
Okay. Up.
Yeah, up.
Yep.
Loose his ass.
No. You sure it's up?
Up,
Yeah, you got
up,
to
up.
go up.
Up.
Here comes Steve Cole.
Does it seem to go, Steve? I think it moves on. I think I'm going to push a little harder. You feel any air? I feel a lot of air blowing. Will I be able to come through with my pack on? Yeah, I'm blinded. I'm blinded by the light. All right.
I think I left you room to get around me there.
Huh?
I think there's room enough for you to get around me. I'm not sure.
I'm supposed to go
The
there.
low part, unless you think you can come high.
The low part?
It's a little bigger low than it is high. We have to go up this diagonal passage here for, I guess
send
about,
my pack through. Is that okay?
yeah, I guess about 20 foot in elevation up this narrow crack.
All right. I'm going to push my little camera I'm taking with me.
I felt bad coming through that. Now, I don't know how I'm going to feel in the Grim Triangle.
I'm sure this will be fun. I'm sure this is all, it's all good.
This is to help us warm up for the grim triangle of death that lies ahead.
Oh yeah, we're gonna warm up all right.
How'd you like that?
Huh? No, this isn't tight. I remember other places in this cave that are less user friendly. But of course I'm not out of here yet. Oh, hey, my knee pad moved and it's not where I need it. Who's coming?
Brian's coming.
Brian's coming.
Ready?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Here comes Brian nearing the top of this diagonal climb up
How you doing, Brian?
in a part of the cave we
Yeah,
call
see you
Old
all right?
Waterfall.
Need another light? I'm alright.
This part of the cave has been known forever.
Hi.
Hey! It's Brian's third cave trip. And here we've reached the top of the mountain.
Hey, Tom.
Hey!
We're in the little big room.
Great.
Big room compared to the last one.
Brian.
Go ahead.
Now we're going down the mountain, still in Old Waterfall Cave.
Keep in mind, I may not have picked the best place to come down. That would be a little easier.
Boy, there is a lot of back guano. You see all this guano, Tom?
Yeah, you can smell it too.
black.
I hope we hadn't gotten histo in here yet.
Yeah, I think we're under a roost.
There's bats in here flying. I can see them.
Oh, okay.
They were flying around
Yeah.
earlier.
The next room has the roost in it. Yeah. There'll be bats in the next room.
If there's bats on the ceiling, keep the light off of them, okay?
Yeah. We certainly will. So how is it, Ryan?
Great.
It's great. You like it?
Yeah.
I like it when you go through this real fine guano stuff and you breathe it in and you can taste it in the back of your throat. That's real healthy.
But it's even better the following week when you feel it in your lungs when those spores start growing.
Oh boy, don't I know it. Yeah, the bats are flying around. Don't get weirded out. Heather, who's that guy in front of you?
Whoa. God, they're clustered over there.
Carbide. Somebody dumped carbide there. Yep. They dumped it.
Here in the middle of the screen you see a carbide dump where some inconsiderate, careless caver just decided to dump his carbide, too lazy to take it out. You see this rather large room not too far into the entrance.
How many do you think would be clustered over there, man? A few hundred?
Yeah, more than that. Maybe 500,000. Yeah. That's my guess. I haven't really looked.
I mean, they get real high.
You know how they do it, right? They take a little piece of wood and put it up and so they can capture how many bats are in that square, and they measure it, say how many squares it is.
Somebody's been doing something.
Oh yeah, a little crawlway. Sandy.
Now we're entering the sand crawls.
It's not real tight, it's just kind of low. Oh, there's some pretty stuff back here though. Low tight, just a low sand crawl. Oh boy, there's a bunch of big logs back there. I wonder how they got here.
I think that ancient people carried it back for firewood and it petrified.
Oh, I see, okay.
Oh! Oh!
That's a good looking suit, Lucy. You might be the best
Look
dressed
at her
ever.
scoot through there.
Hold on a second.
We have a few minutes of sand crawls and then we'll be back up into another room where we can stand up again for the last time for a while before entering the grim triangle.
You see that behind your head, Heather? Port side.
If you see up here on the ceiling, you'll see some formations. They've all been broken off long ago. This sand crawl gets a little lower up here to a belly crawl for a little bit.
Wow, look at
This is the last big room in Old Waterfall Cave. Pretty soon we'll be in the Grim Triangle and into New Waterfall. Again, you can see formations on the ceiling that have been broken. Bottoms of these things have been broken off. The black spots on the floor is bat guano, sprinkled all about. Here in the middle of the screen you may see a beetle. Here's another one here. You may or may not see them moving.
Hey, Kevin,
There's a lot of these little beetles.
when y'all get a second, can all of y'all go over there and I can take your picture
And here,
I want a group photo too, man.
with Heather?
off.
you may see this fungus growing on this bat guano.
Gives you the histo.
I don't know if that's histofungus or not, but we're going to try to be careful and not disturb it.
Should we finish this one off?
Maybe you can see that beetle.
Yeah.
Yes,
Right about in the middle of the screen.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
We'd like to take a picture of everybody over there.
Oh.
Go over there?
Oh. Oh. Okay.
Hey, Tom.
Hey.
Hey, Tom.
You want to go get with the group, Tom?
Yeah, you
Oh.
want to be a part of the, through that thing, Tom?
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, it basically is.
Do what? Okay. Okay. This is the last of the big passage for a while that you see Kevin coming through. The last of the big passage.
Where'd it go?
Kevin Moat fixing to come through. The first tight restriction here. This is going to be a little snug on him, I guarantee you.
Do I want my helmet off?
You have to go through on your side. As you can see, Kevin has pressed in his chest on the ceiling wall and his back on the floor. This is a pretty snug little spot. It's still not the Grim Triangle. The Grim Triangle is about 20 foot ahead of Kevin. You may hear the moans of men in the background trying to go through the Grim Triangle right now. Kevin has made the worst of this.
I'm through it.
He's through it.
I'm through it.
Good job. Here Lucy Cole is making the final approach to the Grim Triangle.
I hate you.
Still nice and roomy here.
I remember I told you, Lucy.
Oh boy.
What are you gonna do with the pack?
Tell me action.
Kevin, can you kick that pack with your foot of hair? Never mind, I got it.
My helmet's gonna have to come off, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah, your helmet has to come off.
Everybody, hats off for the Grim Triangle. It is not a friendly gentleman. Oh boy. This is a pain. Oh, shit. How do you get both arms in front?
Before you get in, I think.
Well, hell, I feel like I'm stuck already, Miller.
Are you?
I'm sure I'm not, but
Do you not want to do two arms?
As you can see, Kevin's body looks a little bit bigger than this passage.
Well, put one behind you then if you don't like that.
Now you
somebody
better
grab this arm.
Here, I'll hold the video.
Okay, is that helping any? He's inching. Hey, you can almost get a chain, just a little bit more. I'm gonna grunt and help you grunt.
I got a foot behind the rock. Oh boy. All right, I'm resting, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Kevin,
Okay.
you're through the tightest part, you understand, right?
I am?
Yeah, that's it. If you got your shoulders through.
Just show you Kevin's shoulders up here.
Are you all right, Kevin? Can you
Yes.
breathe?
Yeah, I can breathe fine.
Okay.
I'm just saying, it kind of
Take
wore
your
me.
time. Take your time.
That wore me, man.
You can see his back against the ceiling there.
Kev,
Yeah.
I took a real long
pressed
time.
in.
Go slow. It's better. You don't exhaust yourself. You know what I mean?
Did you stop right here?
Oh yeah, a bunch.
Kevin resting.
Are the shoulders through?
Yeah.
That was your big part, right? Or is your hips your big part?
I think my shoulders are bigger.
Remaining calm.
I don't know. I'm gonna get back through it.
Why would it be a problem if you went through it?
Because the funny angle going back.
Yeah. So what do you have to do?
I don't know. I've done it before. We'll figure it out, I'm sure.
Well, you got through this part, right? Just keep pulling. Bring that body through there.
In case you're wondering, the chain is a gate. It's been constructed to try and help keep vandalism from occurring. And we're now entering into new Waterfall Cave. Kevin's still not all the way through.
This is tighter than the other place.
I think so.
But you're through the tight part, right?
Yeah.
With your arm. Just your hips
Yeah,
out.
I think I'm gonna have to push high.
Yeah, that's what you gotta do. Stay
Okay,
high.
I'm gonna move out of your way now.
The bad part,
Here comes Heather.
you wanna get your other arm up as soon as possible so you can pull that, grab that chain and pull yourself through.
We definitely got to take our helmet off, huh?
Oh yeah.
There is no keeping helmets on in the Grim Triangle.
You might see a few signs of stress on her face. Distress.
Just ease yourself, take a break.
She still has a smile on her face though. Look at that.
Yeah, I think it's cursing behind that smile.
Oh, I'm caught in chain.
Yeah, I got caught up in it too.
That's where Kevin wanted you.
I tell you what, it was a lot easier for you than it was for me.
No, that wasn't
You
too
did good.
bad.
What'd you think about that?
Not something I want to do daily.
Here comes Brian.
Here's mine.
This is probably the tightest thing Brian has ever been through. Is that right, Brian?
Yeah, here's my other stuff. Oh, I need both my hands in front.
Yeah. You don't have to probably, but... Oh. Yeah. Now if you can grab that chain or something, it might help to... Uh-oh.
Wrong way.
Bad work. No, you're doing good. Man, you're doing good.
See? It's not that bad.
See, that you did good. What do you have to say, Brian?
I don't know about doing this again.
Well, you got to do it at least
One more
time.
Came through there like I...
Do what? Okay, no problem. John, gonna take a little rest before he comes. Hey, John, do you see that battery laying down there?
Yeah, I did see a battery.
Hey, Brian,
What?
we got one of your batteries back here if you have trouble.
I just saw a little while ago there's a battery.
Just don't get too far ahead. We'll bring it to you.
I don't know where my batteries.
One of them. We'll bring it.
It must have got knocked somewhere, but I had just seen it.
Well, John didn't give me a chance. When he got his nerve up, boy, he made his move, son. Hey, what do you say, John?
I'm gonna get back through that thing.
You did good, son. You come through there faster than anybody. I don't know what you were worried about. It is pretty grim.
So some things I don't like doing.
Was that one of them?
Those things that are so tight that squeeze your chest, I do not like it.
So how do you feel now?
Oh, now I'm concerned about having to go back through it again. See, over there I had a choice.
Now you
And
don't.
I could have turned around and, just lost a little pride, but now I don't have any choice anymore.
Now you kept your pride, but you'll lose some skin. Well, after another 15 minutes or so of terrible crawls, we finally entered the first large part of New Waterfall. You see up here on the ceiling, pretty calcite formations are undamaged. Steve Cole is taking some pictures up ahead of us. You see flag and tape laid out here.
Brian?
That's to mark the trail.
Kevin, can you turn your head this way?
Y'all, John kept waiting, deciding if he was going to come or not. Let me tell you, he made it through the Grim Triangle faster than anybody else.
I know, he's always
He made
done
his
that.
move and he was gone.
Where is he?
Right here.
Hey,
Now you see part of the reason why we braved the the Grim Triangle of Death.
Badgers? Where are we supposed to go? Up there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait for the rescue team.
Well, and you see John has his black light, looking to see what formations and fossils glow.
Wow. Eerie glow. So another one of the reasons we come here, huh?
Pretty stuff, isn't it? Pretty neat little white things down here.
It's just formed on those rocks.
Pretty cool.
Some pretty stuff in here.
It sure is.
How long does it take it to form, Tom?
A long time. Depending on who you talk to, Kevin,
Yeah.
anywhere from 50 years to 2 billion.
Mm-hmm.
That's about accurate, Tom.
I tell you what,
Yeah.
I'm enjoying this part of the cave a lot better than the previous part.
You know, I think I like this part a little better myself.
There's something about being in the upright position. Just a little bit more comfortable. Well, it's going to be dark when we get out of here.
No, it may already be daylight again. Oh.
Into the Middle Georgia cavers. Behind us there.
Kevin planned this trip today, the 19th of July, 1997.
And we're in the borehole. Whoa, that rock tilts, Tom.
Now the cave gets bigger.
That big rock tilts.
Swallows the light from a 50-watt spotlight, floodlight.
This looks like stuff you'd see a man with kids. Told you it got bigger.
It's hard to believe after a small crawl that it does this.
You would never believe it, but it does. What do you want me to
Action. Just keep walking.
Borehole passage.
Shine it into that big passage up there. Ooh.
Man, if we had a metro train, we could get on it.
Yeah, we could. You could drive a car through here.
A truck, a train,
A
bus.
diesel.
Yeah. How do you think they got these big rocks back here? Taking it through the triangle?
Well, they didn't carry their packs.
Oh, that was ugly,
That
John.
was low.
John, you know God watches you and sees what you do.
You're a very evil man.
Your Catholic upbringing's gonna haunt you.
See how they've lined the trail?
Steve,
Somebody did a lot of work in here.
Steve,
Sure have.
you go off back up here, I think we get those volcanoes.
Wow, man, there's two directions, huh?
Yeah, it goes right and left, right?
Okay.
Yep. How far below the surface do you suppose we are?
5 feet.
I wished. Then we could dig out.
Yeah. Just don't touch the ceiling.
Right here, it did fall in.
My arms aren't that long. Recent.
I don't know what this is, but it's interesting. It's got to be some kind of fossil.
Even though it's still not far away from it.
Rock.
Descending one of the mountains we just climbed up from the other side.
What do you see up there, Heather? Rock. What color rock?
White rock.
Big white rock. See that staining?
Okay.
He's not a videographer.
Here
He plays on TV.
in the distance, you see what I call a mud infiltrate cone. You don't see the top of it. It's going up behind that low spot in the ceiling. However, over here on the left we have another one. This one quite a bit larger.
Muddier too.
A mud infiltrate cone, referred to by cavers as the mud volcano. There's a little hole in the ceiling where that mud is coming in from somewhere between here and the surface. Very interesting. You don't see these too often.
This is the only cave they found them in.
Well, the cone, yeah. They're semi-climax.
So they're not this big.
No, but you remember over there near that, past the tea room, there's that big mudslide? That's actually a mud infiltrate. Very interesting.
Can you see the formation?
Pretty big. Oh, where are the formations? Point them.
Here.
Right there.
Oh yeah, growing on top of this mud infiltrate
Tells you that
cone.
mud's been there a while.
Or some little formations you should be able to see in the center of the screen. Some white calcite. Very interesting.
So how long's the mud been here?
A long time.
That's a good answer.
Action. Okay, here we see flagging tape to mark off the cave infiltration cone, mud infiltration cone, and better known as a mud volcano. Here it is in the background. Very kind of unusual formation. We see Tom trying to mark it off with flagging tape. And here we have Lucy Cole helping us out. And Heather is on the other end of flagging tape. This way when... No, not around her neck.
Yeah, I'm helping too.
And this way when we mark this off, people will know not to go near it, that it's a formation, a precious thing, and to avoid it.
And not run up and down it.
That's right.
Not play king on the mountain on it.
That's right. Because we know kids would do that. And we see the bottom of another mud infiltration cone.
Hopefully
Here we see a dead caver. Oh no, he was just resting. Okay, they've about encircled the volcano with their flagging tape.
what?
Yeah?
I think we're
Steve?
good then.
What are you doing back there?
Okay, as they continue on the far side
Steve went
of
in
the
a
mud
circle.
infiltration cone, using the flagging tape.
What do you see back there? What do you...
Here we see the far side of the mud infiltration cone, and we're continuing our loop to protect it. And there's already somewhat of a path, but with the flagging tape, that'll reiterate for a lot of the people where to walk and where not to walk.
Come get this calcite flow in the mud coming down.
Okay, on this side of the mud volcano, we see where water and different calcite has been percolated through the water and left formations, different types. We see large holes, craters like, where it appears water's dripped in, and it's starting to form some type of formations along the inside walls.
Yeah, pretty interesting little hole.
Sure is.
You see, isn't that like a fine white crust of calcite on the surface there?
It sure is. Looks
Yeah.
like snow or
We
salt.
have another hole over here where water is dripped from the ceiling.
Oh, and there's some water right there in that hole.
Yeah.
Oh, it's still dripping.
Hey, we just caught a drip.
Sure did. Pretty neat. It gives you an idea of how. Okay, here we see the finish, the 360 complete, matching up the other end of the tapes. Heather and Tom finished this up, trying to help protect the formations for people later to come and see.
And John slept through the whole thing.
We have a picture of the chairman. There's the chairman off in the distance, observing all.
I'll shine back for a second. Way on back from around the corner, this mud has flowed. You can see we try to stay on this trail, stay off the mud. Some people are sort of steadying it.
I guess this isn't blood corridor. Thought it was.
Yes. Here's another little mud infiltrate, and it's pretty interesting because we look up above it and there's a big hole in the ceiling. Maybe it's a shortcut out.
Hey, those are formations on that wall over there.
Yeah.
And look there, there's a brimstone dam in the side of the pool with water dripping in it.
Yeah, right there.
Nice.
Fill my water bottle up in it.
Yeah. And then the formations on the other side of the room.
Look at the bacon rind right here.
Boy, it sure is pretty.
Where is it?
Right here on the side of this wall.
Oh yeah. Not very lean.
No.
A lot of fat on that. This thing on the wall in this big room behind me is even more impressive. Reminds me of that peppermint formation. Can you see to your left up there, Tom? Look at all the soda
Oh,
straws.
look up in the
Ooh,
top
boy.
up there. Good. This is the room I was talking about.
So you remember being here,
Yeah, I
huh?
remember being here.
Pan back this way.
You think you remember another way out?
I think you can follow this flagging.
Okay. You got it, Tom?
Yeah.
Cut.
Cut.
Okay, look over here, Tom. I want you to get this.
Okay.
Man,
Well, that's some nice.
you see between the two, the tiny little one that's about 12 inches long hanging below them?
Oh yeah.
Pretty amazing. Look
Mhm.
at the width of this room.
This is a huge room.
Sure is. Can you see that mound on the far side there?
Let's see.
That
Boy.
formation? Huge stalagmite.
Huge.
Then
Some more up there on the ceiling.
Sure is. Look at all that on the ceiling.
Big room.
And then when you pan over, you look over here, see those stalagmites? One looks like an animal, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
See it up there dripping water?
I see up on the ceiling dripping water.
Yeah. Real fast.
I
That's
see
why
it.
the
Yeah.
mound at the bottom grew so big and the one at the top didn't, because if the water was like that all the time, it wouldn't deposit much on the top.
Shine down on that thing a little bit.
Pretty.
This is what we were looking at a moment ago from the other side of the room.
Let's see.
Think I can fit through back straight ahead of you?
No, I don't think so.
Not where I'm looking, but to your left.
No.
Well, now on the outside of the Grim Triangle, and Kevin's trying to get through here. It's worse going out. You ready for him to grab your helmet or not?
Yeah, I figured that. I'm only going to be able to get one hand through this way, though.
Man, not much room for videoing either, I'm afraid. I can't even see what I'm recording. I just have it set down here.
Have time to say hi when you're going through.
It's too late for that.
Hey, well, hopefully you can see what kind of struggle this is for a man to go through. Kevin taking a little break.
Why did I come in here?
I don't know. The whole thing was your idea too. You remember that. You just remember that.
I can't get any further, dog.
Well,
I really can't.
you know
I'm
what?
like stuck, okay?
From looking at your body, you might have to stay here for a while.
Really?
You might have to come in on your other side with both hands in front of you and me pull your hands. Or that way with both hands in front of you and me pull your hands. Or me pull the bottom hand that's there now.
I can't get it through there.
You have to back up to do it, huh?
Yeah. Yep. I'm my chest. I'm wedged this way, down into the crack, and I can't move forward. My knees are bunched up, and I can't get any push with my legs.
You want me to put my feet out so you can push your feet flat against mine? Like that?
Well, see, I can push off of this rock, but, well, just give me a minute.
Kevin's now resting, thinking about how he's going to do this. He's staying calm. Of course, the people behind him that might not get out.
I don't know if I can back up, Tom.
Well, I can push and they can pull.
Yeah, in the middle.
He's in the middle of it.
If I can get my chest through, I've got it.
One is up, one is down.
Is there anything I can do to help?
One's up, one's down. You can't fit both through.
What amazes me is how Kevin stays calm in a situation like this.
Yeah, his chest is stuck.
Are you coming back, Kev?
Will it help if
I don't think I've got any choice.
Okay, Kevin's going to back out and try.
But I don't think I
something
can pull myself back out.
Kev, just relax, okay? You want me to help? You got it.
Okay, we're going to give this a rest here.
My elbow pad. Just have 'em.
Well,
They are in front of me.
Kevin is a little upset right now. He's afraid he can't get out. We got Heather. She's made it past the point where Kevin was. And she's got both arms kind of in front of her.
There we go. I'm through.
She's through. She's made it. Okay, good job. Oh, Brian is already through here faster than I could even get the camcorder going. Amazing.
Come on, next person.
You see Kevin's feet here. He's going to try. He's going to try to come out feet first. And I'm going to try to get a hold of his feet and pull him.
Hold on, Tom. I'm not even near ready.
Okay. You got both your arms in front of you?
Yes. Let me get my butt through.
Okay.
You want to put a pack under you? To help raise you up? Well, right now I've got weak arms. So far.
You're doing fine. You're doing fine.
Tom,
Yes.
are you there with him and everything?
Yes. Okay.
Where are my feet going?
Okay, they're fixing to have to come up some.
This way?
They can go either that way or straight up over this hump is probably what they need to do, and that's when I probably need to start pulling, huh? Are you ready for me to help?
Well, hold on, Tom,
Okay.
because I need to take a break.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah. I'm not constricted in the chest. Once my shoulders get to where, then I'm gonna have trouble.
Hopefully I can pull enough, because you're coming out just like you're going in. Now, I'm not really pulling. I just got my hands here for you to pull on until you're ready for me to pull.
Where's the color change?
Just push them all there. Push on there.
Oops, sorry.
Okay, hold on, Tom.
Okay.
We're breaking again. Yeah.
You made it some, didn't you?
I think I'm further than I was last time already.
Good. If we can get you out of that hole and gone with the wind, we can get you out of here. You are one tough cookie.
Yeah, right.
Hey, Kevin.
Hmm?
You remember that time in Polly's when you kept sending me through that little small hole Buddy had gotten through to me? Oh, you can make it, go ahead.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to lie to you like that.
What do you mean?
You need to tie yourself.
No, I'm just kidding.
You ready?
Yeah.
You're doing good.
Can you scoot it up further in?
I'm trying. It's a big old boy. Oh man.
How you doing, brother? Are you through the
You gonna rest?
Well, my shoulders are stuck like they were coming in.
Can you put them over here?
There's nothing that I can do with my arms to help myself get out.
Listen, you need to roll
How?
towards the rock with your upper shoulder.
What do you mean?
Roll towards the rock, can you?
Face down?
Yeah. You sound better? Are you coming?
Oh man.
Are you through?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm through.
Oh man.
I scraped up my side pretty bad because my shirt rolled up on me.
Oh, thank you, Lord. Oh man.
I may have to do the same thing with you, Minner.
Hold my side the other way. Here's your light. Can you reach it?
Yeah, if you can get it to my hand. Oh, shit. Oh, shit, Tom.
Okay, let me get up out of your way.
You're going to have to fire.
Okay. Ow. Okay, I'm out of your way. I know that still isn't fun what you're doing there. Kevin
Turn around.
just about lost his shirt. Probably see lots of red marks and scrapes and all on him.
When can you turn around?
Well, he'll know in just a second. You got it.
Never coming back.
Tom,
Yeah,
how did you come out?
I came out on my,
Left side?
let's see, my
Thanks,
left side
Thanks.
with my left arm down, but I don't think you're going to be able to do that.
Can I put both my arms up? Will it help me?
I think so, and we'll probably have to pull on him.
Oh, shit.
You out, Kev? Kev.
Yeah, you can.
John?
You,
John! Kevin's through.
How you feel? Better?
feel better, but
Good job, Kevin. You kept a calm head. You did good. Well, now...
John?
What do we do?
You need something to push your feet off of. Now Tom's gonna put the annoying light in your face.
Hey, you got both arms in front of you.
I couldn't do that.
You got John pushing on your feet.
You hear those noises
Yeah.
he's making?
Yeah.
Can you pull? Yeah.
One of you guys pull my lower arm.
Okay, hold on.
Kevin is trying to pull him in his lower arm to help pull him through.
You need to take a break?
Yeah.
Let-
See, my wide part's not like yours. Mine's my hips.
Mine's my shoulders. That's the worst part of me.
Johnny? Yeah. We're waiting a second. Just take a break. Is there any chance you can pull both arms? I know. Let's break for a minute. I'm sorry.
We got
sorry.
we got the main part.
I know. You're gonna help me, aren't you?
Yes, I'm gonna help you.
Wait, maybe I got it.
Oh,
John,
man.
I'm gonna pay you real money when we get out. Hey, lift my left ankle up over the chain. This one.
That's exactly the way I felt when I knew I was through.
All right. Good deal. Thanks. I'm
The
through.
mentor has made it through.
Tom, you need to go.
You kicked a few sizable ones in here.
Kevin trying to get some of these rocks out of the floor so they won't dig into them.
Yeah, I'm fine now. Yeah, I think so.
This is the next tight spot on the outside of the grim triangle.
I'm taking my helmet off.
It's not near as grim, but it's still grim.
Helmet's off. Ow. Bumped my head already.
We don't need no stinking helmet.
Well, I think I'm in it.
That doesn't look too tight to me either. To the grimness, this looks like the Grand Canyon.
Just call it the Grant. Or Grant Triangle. Kevin.
Uh-huh.
You the man.
Well, I'm stupid. Minner, I feel really bad.
Don't worry about that. It's all right. We can all get out and make it right?
So,
I thought you had to die.
let me grab your leg.
You really could? You really could?
Hold on. Is there anything I can put my feet on?
Yeah. You can grab my foot.
Here, put that. Can you straighten your other one out? Straighten this one out.
All right, I'm through the worst of it.
Oh, okay. You want to push?
I should be able to get my hips through pretty easy. I didn't get all the rocks up this side of the thing because I couldn't reach them.
That's fine. It's good. This is the last real grim, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Nothing's insane at least.
That's not as bad as a triangle. I don't care what nobody says.
Not really bad.
No. No, that didn't bother me at all.
Did you leave your helmet or take it off?
I took it off.
Think you made it with it on?
Probably. But I don't like getting in there and then my head get jammed. I hate that. That's a feeling that causes instant panic in me.
When you can't turn your head
Exactly.
side to side?
Exactly.
Here comes Kevin, our trip leader, who loves tight places. And now we're out of New Waterfall and a hop, skip, and a jump from the entrance.
Somebody needs to do some gardening in here.
You made it.
Yep.
You're a tough dude.
This may be my last trip here. Unfortunately.
Why is that?
Because I have found that this cave doesn't like me. It wants me to stay.
And here comes Mentor. Hey, Mentor.
Hey, Tom. John's gonna back him up. Okay.
Okay. There's a little shot here at the entrance to show you the size of some of the debris that's washed in here. You'll see this log to Heather's right that's about as big as her.
Are we out?
Oh.
Are we out, Tom?
This whole part of the cave easily floods during extremely hard periods of rain.
Yeah.
Not hurricanes, though. Tom, are we out?
We're out
Did God let us live?
so far.
Not up the rope yet.
Now we got all make it up the pit
I'm hoping they've started.
to the vehicles.
Can y'all rig a pulley system and just haul me out? And then come and get me in the car?
I brought a pulley
Wow.
in case we did have to haul somebody out of here.
Good.
I like the idea y'all putting me in your pack and carrying me out.
Here he is.
I got friends in low places.
And what about?
Be careful when you're walking these things, are smacking your knees.
Yeah.
Doing great.
Well, Brian didn't know he was going to take up vertical work,
Keep this thing up.
but he's doing exactly that now. Using a handle to center and catching his progress with it as he climbs. He's almost to the top.
Yeah, he's doing great.
Good job. He did good, didn't he?
Yeah, he did real good for a first timer.
with your friends and go bead crazy with bead magic. But there's a bead magic style for everyone. Match beads to